out of the weekend. And Katie, tell us about the one from your team from the St. Louis show last year, Merv. Tell us his story.
So Merv Fike, he came out and auditioned for the St. Louis This Is My Brave show at the beginning of 2020, and then the pandemic hit, but he was cast on the show. So we did the virtual show in October, but he did Brave the Storm, and he started his day out just going on a walk, and he was going to walk a 5K, and then he was like, oh, I could keep going. It was really nice out, and he just kept going and ended up doing a half marathon throughout the day, and it was all so perfectly aligned, and he was like trudging through mud. It was kind of rainy and gross that day last year, and it's on our blog from last year. It's a great story. So
yes, so we want to hear how your Brave the Storm goes. We want to see your pictures, video clips, tag us. I mean, you guys know how to use social. We are planning a fun recap afterwards. We're going to do kind of a video montage and pictures and whatever you guys send us. So be sure to let us know what you're doing, and that will come out next week. So,
and if you haven't purchased a shirt yet, you can still purchase them on Bonfire through our Bonfire account. There's t-shirts, there's tank tops, there's long sleeve shirts, there's kid shirts and adults. So there's a lot of options, and we have more colors this year. So also I love the pictures outside with all of our the colorful t-shirts. And I am looking forward to seeing all of those.
I am too. I just dropped the link in there for the Bonfire site where we get our shirts. This is the new look for this year. And they come in like fun colors like this mint green and pink. And Nita says she loves the pink. So they're really comfortable. They hold up well because I still wear my one from last year all the time. So check those out. It's a fun way to celebrate having done our Brave the Storm. So,
and it's a great way to do conversations too. It's a great conversation starter. So I love these shirts.
Yes. And I was going to ask Nita or anyone watching who's participating, tell us how you're braving the storm this weekend. But along those lines, Aaron, tell us, let's talk about a little bit about that brave conversation piece that Jason just mentioned. You know, it's a colorful shirt. It gets people's attention. How can we get those brave conversations going?
I think we start one conversation at a time. So if we could challenge you to complete your Brave the Storm event this weekend, but also maybe sometime next week, add in one conversation that could be inviting a friend for a cup of coffee or going for a walk with a friend, and just share either your story or a compelling story you've heard on our stage, and let them know that we are all open to having open conversations now. Of course, we always talk about our vision, that we will one day live in a world where it won't be called brave to talk openly about mental health. It will simply be called talking. So let's make that world start as early as this weekend or next week. And you have that one conversation. Ask your friend if they're inspired by what you've talked about, if they're willing to have one conversation too. We'll just do this one story, one person at a time, and we will blow it up into an amazing movement where people feel safe to talk about their mental health, and they feel heard and supported and can get the help that they need.
Yes, exactly. That's what it's all about. And so we're going to challenge you guys to get your friends involved with Brave the Storm 21. So grab a friend, maybe someone during the pandemic who you haven't caught up with, and things are starting to open up again. So text that person, call them and say, hey, let's go out for a walk and connect. Use it as an opportunity to reconnect. Use it as an opportunity to say, how are you doing? And really mean it and dig if you're getting, oh, I'm fine. Well, let's talk, like have real conversations. So this has been great. What else, guys? Are we forgetting anything?
I wanted to ask Jason, you said it's a great conversation starter. Have you had any conversations as a result of wearing your shirt? Has anybody picked your brain?
Yeah, so we were actually on vacation a couple weeks ago, and I had the shirt on, and several people were like, oh, what's that event? And as soon as they asked about the event, then I started in about This Is My Brave and about just the mission in general and how we need to talk. We need to have these conversations. And they were like, "Oh wow, that's so cool," and they just applauded me. And they look at me like I'm brave, and I don't even see that. I'm just sharing my story and just doing what I'm doing, and just doing what we talk about, just talking. And one day that's what these conversations will be. But yeah, these shirts they get people's attention because they're colorful, they're bright, and they're kind of in your face a little bit. I think when I walk around with my chest puffed out a little bit more because I want people to notice it and I want those conversations to get started.
Yeah.
I do too.
And This Is My Brave is on the back, right?
Yep.
The new ones too?
You know what? I forgot about this. Last year, my best friend was wearing her shirt. This was after Brave the Storm, and she was just wearing it one day, getting out of her car, and someone drove by and rolled down his window, and he's like, "I did that." And I was like, she told me, and I was like, that has to be someone from my cast, but it wasn't. I don't know who it was, but
I love that.
So
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know other St. Louisans were doing this with me.
There you go. The reach. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone loves a 5K, right? I started doing 5Ks because my friend Kelly encouraged me to, and this was back, I don't know how many years ago. I want to say it was like 7 years ago. And then now I look for them because they're a fun way to support a cause you care about. And usually you get a shirt. Ours, we made the shirts optional because we wanted to make the event free and open to everybody. So those who sign up will get an email tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern time with the race bib. If you just don't want to buy a shirt, that's fine. Just you can print the race bib and pin it to your shirt as you're going out, just like every 5K out there, and represent. And Nita said, remember to hydrate. So definitely drink your water, especially in those hotter areas, and just have fun. I mean, it's just a reason to get together and celebrate mental health, because we all know how important it is that we take care of our mental health every day. So I think we'll wrap it up though, guys, unless anyone else has anything to finish up with.
I can't wait to see all of the pictures. It's my favorite.
That is the fun part.
Please tag us so that we can put them all together. So they're my favorite.
Tag us. We'll be resharing. Have fun with your Brave the Storm. And thank you all so much for doing this 5K with us. We can't wait to see how everyone does and the fun you have. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you guys later.